come from shapes us, but where we go next is our responsibility. There comes a moment in every family, every bloodline, when one generation has to stop surviving and start building. A moment when you realize the life you're living today isn't just about you. It's about the children who will come after you and the ancestors who came before you. Today's episode is about generational wealth and legacy. And not just in the financial sense. Legacy is spiritual. Legacy is intellectual. Legacy is emotional. Legacy is cultural. Legacy is the blueprint we leave behind for a future we may never meet. And if we want to change the story of our families, our communities, and our people, the change must begin with us. Legacy is not what you leave for people. It's what you leave in them. Money can disappear. Property can be lost. Business can fail. But values, knowledge, discipline, identity, courage, these are inheritances that never die. And too many families chase material wealth while neglecting the emotional and spiritual wealth that gives money its purpose. A family with values will survive hard times. A family with discipline will multiply opportunities. A family with unity will create strength. A family with wisdom will overcome anything. Legacy begins inside the home, long before it shows up in the bank, breaking the cycles that broke us. Every family has cycles: poverty, trauma, silence, dysfunction, jealousy, fear, limited thinking, or broken communication. Generational wealth cannot grow in a house where generational trauma is left untreated. Some of us were raised to survive, not to thrive. Some of us were raised with confusion instead of clarity. Some were raised with fear instead of confidence. Some were raised with silence instead of guidance. But cycles don't break on their own. A cycle ends when someone stands up and says, "It stops with me." That one decision becomes the turning point of the entire bloodline. Your healing is not just for you. It's for the children you haven't met yet. Wealth is more than money. It's structure, knowledge, and planning. Yes, money matters. Yes, assets matter. Yes, investments matter. But the foundation of generational wealth is deeper. Financial literacy, clear family structure, long-term planning, communication, trust strategy. Most families don't fail because of lack of money. They fail because of lack of preparation and lack of organization, lack of planning, as well as lack of mentorship. To build wealth, you must build structure. Without structure, nothing survives. The silent killers of legacy, especially in our Haitian community. One of the greatest obstacles to generational wealth in the Haitian community has always been limited academic education and literacy. Not because our parents didn't care, but because many of them were denied opportunity themselves. Yet, despite their struggles, our parents held on to one conviction: If my child goes to school, he or she will surpass me. Even when they couldn't read, they push us to read. Even when they couldn't help with homework, they made sure we had homework. Even when they didn't understand the system, they sacrificed to give us a chance in it. But here's the cultural conflict. Haitian parents rarely talk about money, rarely talk about investments, rarely talk about building wealth. Out of fear, out of secrecy, out of survival habits, out of people don't need to know your business. They taught us how to work hard, but not always how to plan, how to obey, but not always how to strategize, how to survive, but not always how to build. For many families, love meant providing food, clothing, and school. But real preparation for adulthood requires more than basic needs. It requires emotional support, guidance, exposure, affection, wisdom, and open conversations about life, money, and legacy. Our parents gave what they knew. Now we must give what they didn't know. This is where the generational shift must happen. We are the bridge. We are the architects. We are the ones who must transform survival into strategy. The legacy mindset. 5 things every family must pass down to truly build generational wealth. A family must pass down knowledge. Teach children how money works, how relationships work, how life works. Values discipline, respect, integrity, faith, identity. Structure a family without order will lose everything it builds. Opportunity, exposure, networks, access, skills. These are gifts more valuable than money. Vision children who know where the family is going will carry the family further. The responsibility of the first generation that makes it, every family has one person who becomes the turning point. One person who learns, one person who breaks cycles, one person who rises, one person who becomes the blueprint. If you are that person, understand this. Your success is not an end point. It's a doorway, a responsibility, a calling. You are the seed, and every seed you plant will become shade for someone else. The harvest belongs to the future generational wealth. It's not about living rich. It's about planting the kind of seeds that your great children will thank you for. We are the generation that must talk openly. We must plan boldly. We must save wisely. We must build intentionally. We must love deeply. And we must prepare the next generation to stand higher than we ever did. Legacy is the story we write with our lives. And the most beautiful part, the chapters we won't live to see will still carry our signature. I'm with Mac Billow, the only one for On Camera, and this is Deep Thought. Until the next time, with love.